Oh, I missed the intro. Bye.
Oh, we.
Alright, now we're back.
I tried my hardest.
I pressed the wrong thing. New mouse. We'll blame Apple. You'll be happy with that, yeah?
Yes. Give me
Yeah.
the Logitech.
Oh, okay. Cool. Right.
Wait.
What? That's for here.
Why isn't the intro the Pornhub thing?
Oh, that's cheating.
Why?
Because I wanted it for that one.
Jakeb.
Oh, well.
No. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, so.
Is that Gerudo Valley?
That was him.
That wasn't me, I didn't do anything.
Yes! No.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't
Okay.
know what that noise
Don't
is.
ask.
We have an audience tonight and they're a little bit rowdy.
It's a
So,
rebellion too, by the
yeah.
way.
Howdy,
So-
howdy.
Oh, wow, dude, that is so cool. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, that phone is sick.
Oh, sorry.
What? What do we look? Whoa!
What are you streaming on?
Don't fold it back, it'll break.
Facebook.
Facebook?
Ah! Yeah, it's broken. Look, there's a
It's
colourful
streamed on
line down the
Facebook.
middle.
Cool people.
What brand?
Yes.
Anyway,
Samsung.
yes. Hi, peeps.
Yes, Samsung.
We're getting a little bit distracted already.
Hi, guys.
We've only just started.
John's not even in here.
I'm going
Oh,
to plug
he is.
this in over there
He's
so that
coming.
you can play with this as
He's
well.
on the toilet, man. Leave a man to poo.
I don't think it's good.
What is
Rightio.
it?
There you go. You got a mouse? I got a mouse.
So today we'll start off with the
News.
news and not so good stuff first, I guess.
Okay, news. So just in case you missed it, earlier in the week we got robbed. So that's been fun.
And crashed into.
Yeah,
not fun.
no, that wasn't earlier this week. We got crashed into a couple of weeks ago. I still need to get a quote for that.
No, I think Gal's talking about
Oh, he
How
got crashed
his-
into. Yeah,
his highly reliable vehicle is parked out the front of 3P again
and it got crashed.
and got
into.
crashed into. Just one of those things. Nah. You meant to say first.
Whatever.
He come back with a smile on
I
his
wasn't
face. He
first,
was
though.
Oh, who was first?
Where is he?
John was first.
Wow.
But yeah, so we got broken into. All our tools were stolen.
Not all, but like 99% of. Probably more than
Tools that
99%.
I've been collecting for 10 years, and you.
I've been collecting for
about the same.
Actually, probably closer to 15.
Yeah.
Because I started
So-
collecting around my 18th.
Oh, that
Man, I'm old.
You are, because I was going to say that's
That's
10
a long
years.
time ago.
10 years for me is around my 18.
Oh, scoring 20 years ago.
But if you look on the, I believe it's on the 3P
Facebook page.
Facebook page, you can see photos of our toolboxes. So
Yeah.
if you see them go for sale, let us know.
We're hopefully getting video footage from our neighbours tomorrow for outside because we have cameras inside but not outside yet.
Well,
Maybe I
we
shouldn't
don't,
have said
but they
that
do.
out loud because I want to put a camera up outside as well. But,
Well, the thing is, our neighbours work in security,
yeah, so there's
so
ton of
there's a
cameras
lot of
outside.
cameras everywhere.
So that's not really.
Yeah, it wasn't the brightest thing to do.
Oh, John over there says this wasn't what I was expecting. Isn't what I was expecting. What were you not expecting?
I don't know.
I feel like
Have
he
you
was.
not watched any of these before?
No.
Oh, come on.
But
You think
yeah,
I've got time to watch things?
No.
Exactly.
I don't have time to watch things either. I just make them.
Well, I do now.
wait, I spoke about him in one of the videos before, and he didn't even see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? When?
I can't remember. I mentioned Soldier Boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was.
I don't remember
But I
what
do.
it was about either.
Well, looks
but
like I'm
anyway.
going to have to go through a backlog then.
They're all
There's
on
a
YouTube
lot
and
of
podcasts
backlogs.
form, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. Podcast whilst you're riding the bike.
YouTube.
Oh no, you don't.
On the
have that.
podcast, you're going to watch. Think about that for a
No,
second.
I meant the video, the online, the audio.
Oh, listen to the audio. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that.
It's on Anchor, by the way.
Watch the audio.
Yeah, watch the audio.
Yeah, watch the audio. Watch the waveform on the oscilloscope.
Wash yourself.
But yeah, and so on top of like our toolboxes, obviously there's also a heap of like Milwaukee stuff and.
Have you seen
Were they in the
video
toolboxes?
No, the Milwaukees were in a big old bucket because we had to sort them out.
Seriously?
Yeah, you saw that in the photo.
I don't even remember now. But they were all locked up anyway. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have some video or photos to publish of that tomorrow. Are we allowed to publish that?
Tomorrow.
Check out
No, who
I don't
cares?
see why not.
They
Like,
stole our stuff.
They,
They
they
weren't allowed to
stole
do
our
that either.
stuff. So, but yeah. So our neighbours are security guys. There's lots of cameras around here. Like if you've been down to the shop, if you walk past
That's
a
so cool.
fire extinguisher we have out the front, it sets off an alarm.
Yeah.
Like if you walk like a meter
I don't
past
think I
our
should
door.
give out this
We
much
can
Please do
demonstrate
not take the
information.
fire extinguisher.
Too
We
late.
do want
I
it.
mean, we
Yeah,
can
I want the fire
demonstrate.
extinguisher.
Huh?
We can demonstrate.
No, don't.
No.
That's what you're saying.
Every
I'll
week
steal
so
the fire
far,
extinguisher.
someone sets
Yeah.
off the alarm. Please don't.
So far, you haven't gone to stream without it going off. Remember that, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
As long as we don't. John's like, I got this.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
We're
Yeah.
not breaking tradition tonight.
Yeah, so we'll get some details up and hopefully maybe like a screenshot or something of the vehicle that
Yeah.
was involved.
Oh, was there a vehicle in it? Like
Well,
in the
sorry, I mean,
video footage?
Well, they've got video footage of something at around 1.
Okay.
I could not imagine someone pushing our toolboxes up that driveway.
I'll do it.
Who
Nah.
says he has to go up the drive and not around the back?
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that as well.
There's mesh and barbed wire.
There's also barbed
good luck
wire
with
in
that.
the mesh.
Yeah.
I saw that when I was
Yeah,
checking it out.
dude,
I was
it's
like,
pretty
what the hell is
gnarly,
going
man.
on here?
Yeah. You
They
can't
don't
get out
want
the
people
back.
coming through there.
No.
Yeah.
So there's like either you took it up the driveway or you took it up the steps.
Yeah, anything up those steps.
Like people.
I don't even want to take myself up the steps sometimes, you know?
Yeah. The toilet's downstairs. It's too
Especially when
far.
it's raining. Come on, guys. They're just steps.
Anyway, back to subject.
Josh,
So-
Josh is just like, you guys can't talk, man.
Not back to subject, apparently.
I'm
Don't
So yeah,
steal
well,
shit.
we'll have more info
Yeah,
on that
don't steal stuff, guys.
shortly. Pictures, something.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, drugs are definitely
Stay in
bad.
school.
Jake's walking 6, he can't go anywhere.
The more
Don't
you know.
steal things unless they're
That's right.
bananas. Steal bananas. Just
I can
any
still
of them.
walk without them.
No, just don't steal anything. Anyway.
Knowing your stuff.
Just not very
Still
fast.
So more photos,
Yeah,
maybe a video, I don't know, tomorrow, day after, something like that,
Yeah.
whenever one of us gets time to do that.
Seto.
Is that all we want to say about that?
Yes. Where's the Evernote thing that tells us what we talk about?
Way to go, do what you see.
I don't
just
know
went
what
blank.
you just did, but whatever you just did, I don't like.
You love it.
No, he got rid of all my notes.
Yeah, perfect.
Who
What?
did?
All the notes are...
Me?
No, they're back?
Yeah, they're back. They're back.
Okay.
There we go.
The notes are
So
back.
now we can go off tangents off these.
Yes.
But anyway, okay. The other thing, though. Shut up. Shh. The other thing that I'm going to announce now, because I don't think any of you know outside of the three of us who have been talking about it, which is three of us here at 3P, we're no longer doing pizza night, we're no longer doing LAN party, and we're no longer doing barbecues. We're canning the lot in favour of doing this instead. Because since we moved, we're not getting a lot of traction on those things anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you're still
Don't get me
up.
wrong, there's
Well,
still
a lot of you are
lots of
showing up.
people that hang out a lot.
We've got less. For LAN.
Yeah.
Well, we can LAN if you want, it just won't be planned irregularly. Just let us know and we can make it happen. But,
We
you
do it
know,
every Thursday.
we're not committing to it. What? If there's enough people interested, sure.
Let's say, I think about the only thing I can run now.
The only thing is we've got to fit it around the 8:30 live
I'm
stream.
pretty
schedule.
sure you can work
So,
with Halo too.
But yeah, we can work around that. We can do it before. We can
No,
do
no,
it
the
after,
original.
Probably after. But
Probably after, yeah.
yeah. The idea that these were only supposed to be an hour to start with, like when we planned them. So
Yeah.
if we actually kept to the hour format, we'd probably have plenty of time to do stuff after.
But the thing is, neither of us like not talking. We talk a lot. So,
Not usually though, just on this.
on subjects we like, we talk a lot.
Oh yeah, true. Okay.
So, what is that?
What?
That box?
Oh, fuck it.
Get those keys.
That's what's going to make this magic happen. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
We'll show you the magic now. Okay. So, any questions, comments about us canning barbecues, pizza, and LAN party, you can direct them to no reply at 3pgarage.com.
Or Jakeb.
No.
Yeah, just direct it to Jakeb. Oh, here
Private
it
message.
Yeah, private message, personal profile. He loves it.
Just so you know, all these guys saying this know how good I am at replying on personal messages.
We
Yes, I
don't
know.
promise to.
You don't even pick up your phone.
Did we
How
promise
good
to
your
reply?
dog's at
Yeah.
replying to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you replied to my messages.
I encourage people to send
Have
them
you
no
looked? I
reply.
haven't looked at the
That
last
email
one.
address doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, that's true.
It's still left unseen. On unseen.
What?
Rohan's last message to me about you telling him to paint the bonnet. I saw he said paint bonnet, and I'm just like, it's good enough.
I know.
I know what
what's
he's
going
talking
on,
about.
but okay, cool. We're like 10 minutes in and we haven't even
But
touched
yeah,
the topic yet.
and the
But-
other thing is, like, so you can still come down and eat food and
But everyone
talk
seems
smack.
to have an idea of what they want to eat now anyway.
Yeah.
And then they're just going to do that, even though if we're preparing food, then, then we prepared food for like 5 of us.
So anyway, because of last week's tangents and stuff, we only got through the Imprezas.
I mean, last week's tangents. What about this week's
Yeah,
tangents?
but last week's tangents we talked about just Imprezas for
Can
what,
we do a live stream
an hour and a
just for
half.
tangents?
So far, that's what's going on.
A whole video.
So today,
That's pretty
tonight,
much every week. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, they broke something.
Did I click something wrong? Are we still live?
I mean, I don't know yet.
You're on a delay, so wait up.
why is
Just let me
Tal?
click back. We got a message from somebody. That is definitely Gerudo Valley.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Wait, I'm on the wrong keyboard. Alright.
I don't know if we're live, so I'm just.
Yeah, we're live.
You're up to tangents on the live.
Oh, tangents.
Okay, so we are still live? We didn't break it?
Hang on, I'm
It's
waiting
still
to
alive.
get to the break.
I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no, you're still live.
Yeah,
Oh.
still live, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
we're
you're still
back.
live.
What
'Cause this is
that
the
person
point
sent
where
us
you
is
put
actually a
it
question
down.
regarding the stream.
I swear this happens every.
Oh, yeah.
Every Skype call ever.
How did you already hear that rumor?
Josh.
I'm
every
trying to
Skype
think
call
of who-
ever.
who-
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh no, no.
Yeah,
We were
you're
talking
still
about it
live.
last week.
I can hear you, reader. I'm glad to take this.
But yeah, so yeah, this week we're talking about the different models of Liberty Legacies,
I got 58%.
the
Ooh, ooh,
Outbacks,
ooh,
and the
ooh.
Foresters.
Wait. Ha!
One.
Sweet. Now that makes sense.
I'm prepared. Oh. That does not have our logo on it.
Which logo?
I'm Our logo. Nowhere on that screen.
Which logo?
I can see it. It's here.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that'll do.
Not mad. It's disappointing.
See?
We were two of them.
Sorry?
See? I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking. It's on my chest.
Why? Why is
Um,
that a curry?
So, sorry, Jimmy.
I need to get back to the live producer so I can see people's comments. Anyway, keep talking.
But yeah, so we're talking about the Liberty Legacies. I'm terrible with these
you
guys.
want to explain the difference between Liberty and Legacy?
Nothing. No, there are actually a few pretty big differences.
No, I mean
So the
why
driver-
Liberty
I'd
and
say
Legacy
the driver.
exists.
Oh, the Liberty is Australian and the Legacy is American?
European.
JDM. Or European.
European as well.
American. Everywhere except for Australia, it's a Subaru Legacy.
Do you know why that is though?
Because Subaru Australia is stupid.
Special.
Because
No,
it was
because
already
of-
a legacy.
Yes.
What was the
There's a
Legacy?
Legacy, the organisation for veterans.
That's an organisation, that's not a car.
Yes,
Doesn't
I know, but
matter.
it's still a
It's a
trademark
trademark.
thing, registered
It's a
thing in
trademark
Australia.
name. I've done this
It's
for
like
all
how
around.
Australia has Hungry Jacks instead of Burger King because there was already Burger King in Australia when they came over. So
But there is Burger King in Australia.
No, it's gone.
It's
Is it?
Yeah.
No,
In
it is.
Sydney.
It is, but it's not owned by. It's not actual Burger
the
King.
company that runs Burger King in the rest of the world runs Hungry Jacks in Australia because
But-
the name was already trademarked.
But Burger King's in Sydney.
Different company.
Really? But same menu. Huh.
Yeah, that's happened before.
I
I'm
didn't know
getting
that.
so confused.
Yeah, I'm
Because the original Burger King in Australia was in
Why do you have
Northern
zebra
Territory,
eyes?
I believe.
We're also
Okay.
going on a tangent about burgers here.
Yeah. there we
Anyway,
are.
but yeah, trademark name already existed,
What's
so
new?
they had to use a different name.
So that is why we have it called Why Liberty then.
Well, it's the same name as Commodore and everything. Everyone uses long names.
Alpha, Commodore, same thing, right?
No, but everyone uses long names like
Why
that,
call
like
it an
British
Impreza?
names.
Because they're very impressive.
Maybe
The-
it's very.
A legacy leaves a legacy. A Forester you take into the forest. The Outback you take it to the Outback.
With Liberty, you're free.
Where do you take a Liberty?
With Liberty, you're free because that's
Anywhere
what it
you
means.
want.
America.
Yeah, it's freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Liberty means freedom.
Runs on freedom juice.
It's literally a statue.
Isn't that E85?
Yes.
No, that's corn juice.
Oh.
So you're
I
saying
mean,
juice
that's
is-
what you buy. You
Freedom
buy,
juice is good,
you
proper,
buy corn
manly
juice at
fuel.
Freedom, so corn juice is Freedom juice here. In
No,
It's gotta be
good, proper,
liberal.
manly fuel
Oh,
dug up
okay.
by manly men doing manly
they're
things.
just like I'm out.
Wait, but there's a Liberty servo as well here.
Yeah, what about that? The Liberty service station.
I don't know. All I know is what
Nah,
happened
their
at the
fuel's
time.
no good.
I don't know what's happened since.
Yeah, but what if the Liberty services
I
UK
cannot
after?
get back to the live producer.
Dude, that looks like I have a sour lolly in my mouth.
Maybe you
I
do.
told you it had some guinea pigs.
No, I actually think that's when you said that because I got all self-conscious and I'm like,
I'm so confused.
but yeah. So with the Liberties, they are referred to as generations.
Yeah, they are.
So whereas the Imprezas were the versions, like the WRXs and STIs, were version 1, 2, 3, 4. These are generation 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing. So how do I go next?
Well, do you want to go through those?
How worried you
Oh, so on the screen, the ones we have.
The outlines of the ones that we have.
Oh, the outlines of the ones we have. We have. Can they see that?
No, they can't see that.
Oh, they can't see that. So at the very top, we have the Gen 1s.
Look, you can point like this. So like this.
Have you seen my big
Other way. Point the other way. Yeah, that way.
Look
there
at
you
those
go.
splits. Look at those things.
Look at this. We've got
Is it
Egyptian.
just this away?
We've got Egyptian.
Did you lose your beach ball?
Come on, guys, you're getting off track. Come on.
Wow, this is gonna be terrible.
Surprise.
This is gonna be so bad to stream, like to go through. This is gonna hurt my head so much.
Enjoy editing this later.
Okay, so the top one we have, because I'm not even gonna bother trying to point anymore.
Yeah, don't.
The top one we have is the Gen 1 Liberty Legacy. They came out in Australia as the naturally aspirated, but as far as I know, they weren't turboed over here, were they? We never got a Gen 1 turbo in Australia.
No.
Which,
Oh, wait. No, sorry.
No, we did.
Yes, the RS.
No, that's
Liberty RS.
but that's the Series 2.
You
Oh,
want
Series 1.
So we got
boys.
again. It's like
Wait,
the Subarus, like the GC8s and that, where you have the GC.
No, Jakeb.
No. You have like
Yes.
so it's like the GC8s where you have the early model and the late model. So the series, yeah.
Don't get us started on that,
I'm
but
gonna
we'll
throw
get
stuff
there.
at you. But the series,
Put your phone on silent.
the series 1.
Give Jakeb ammunition.
That's like the third time already.
No, Kai's car is an RS, but it's a
No,
Subaru.
No, it's not.
Two of them are notifications
No, it's
telling
not.
me you've gone live.
That's a different RS.
So wait,
Are you
are
talking
we
about
live
the
at
Impreza?
moment or not?
You've
Talking
gone
about his
Okay,
Liberty,
good.
the Boxy Liberty.
Are
That
we
wasn't.
dropping in and out?
That's
though?
not an RS. Oh, it was an RS, but it wasn't an RS.
The one that he's got now, not the one that he had.
An RS, so a series, Gen 1 Series 1 RS never came into Australia, which the top photo we have on screen at the moment
It's a Gen 1.
is a Gen 1
Series 1.
Series 1 RS Liberty, which was turbo wagon.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Yeah, he's got that one. He says it's an RS.
No, but the Gen 2, so it still be slightly similar to the face, but the Gen 1 Series 2 is your normal RS that was delivered in Australia.
Okay. Sorry.
So, again, like I said, it's like the GC8s and that where you have lots of different models and things get very confusing.
Okay, I can't see comments live at the moment.
It's exploded.
All you've got is someone asking, is that Gallon?
Yes, I'm sorry for that, Jeff. You see him enough at work. I'll try
Was that Jeff?
I'll try to keep him out of the stream
Everything
from
else
now
is
on.
basically people
Oh, wait,
telling
here
you
we
that
are.
yes, you are
Yep,
on
I'm
there
back.
live.
Yes, we're what?
We are live.
I know, I just couldn't get back to the producer.
But yeah, so the second one is the Gen 2s, which...
Oh, wait. Sorry. Oh, you're going down the list.
Yeah, down the list. Then you got the Gen 2 set of headlights, which, did they come out in an RS model? No. Yes. Like a turbo.
Gen 2.
Yeah, but they were classified as GTs.
Yeah, but not here in Australia. We didn't get them local.
So yeah, we didn't get local Gen 2
Yeah.
models, GTs.
Yeah.
But again, in this photo...
Wait, sorry. Okay, so we'll break down the turbo models from Japan. Actually, no. We'll come back to that when we actually talk about Gen 2s. Yeah, so we're just going through them roughly now.
Yeah, so Gen 2 is the next slot, which is the car, again in the top photo, but at the very back. Gen 3 came out in Australia as like the B4, so the twin turbo thing, which... Ugh. Do you want to play with it?
What,
The Gen,
turbo
the
thing?
B4, yeah, the twin turbos. That's a thing not many Subaru guys like.
It wasn't terrible if you left it entirely stock.
Until a vacuum line broke.
Well, yeah.
They were great when they came out. When they first came out, like 20 years ago. Primo.
It aged like
Yeah, it aged terribly.
Like milk.
fine cheese.
Yeah. Don't talk
Cheese?
about cheese
Hey,
with Gal
wait a
around.
second. Aged
What
cheese
about
is
me?
great.
Yeah, but generally not goat's cheese.
Because then when we get to the Gen 3s, again, it gets to the really confusing thing, like the Imprezas and that, where there's
Don't
lots of
even
different
start.
faces. But
Yeah.
we can talk about it in
We'll
the
get
photos.
there.
As long as you, in the
I
PowerPoint,
didn't
you
put
paid
all the
attention.
photos.
Yeah, but did you pay attention that I had
Yes.
the differences?
Yes.
Then we get to the Gen 4, which I personally is probably one of my favourite shapes for the Liberties. Which
Oh, Josh Palmer says I don't Subaru. What do I do? You buy now.
I thought you were a Nissan guy.
Oh shit!
Aren't you a Nissan guy, Josh?
You finally replied. What do I do?
I
a minute
suppose
ago?
what you do is realise that the world's
Um,
flat.
But so again, the Gen 4s, we have the
that's the low
facelift, the pre-facelift
Yeah.
and post-facelift.
Right.
And then the next one down is probably my least favourite Liberty, which is the Gen 5, and we'll get into that later, because if you like Gen 5s, there's something wrong with you.
And the third of the-
Oh wait, sorry. I just remembered I have to put this up. We always put
Okay,
this in
so
the
how do
photo
I
every
go
week.
to
You
the
never
next?
would have seen this because actually,
I press
might have a few
buttons.
down here. Anyway.
Rightio.
Oh, never mind.
So let's get to the Gen
Thanks,
1s.
Crocs.
Can you change that to streaking in progress?
I just realised you can't
Oh, I've
actually
got
read
close
that
the
on the
door.
live stream because
No.
that lighting's way too bright. But anyway, it says live stream in progress or something.
Now we're up to the Gen 1s.
Gen 1.
So again, it carries on from like the GC8s as well.
We didn't actually have a photo of the Series 1 Gen 1 front end, besides that other one that we showed. Everything else is Series 2.
Didn't you
Yeah.
wrap one of them at one point?
What,
Not a
the
Series 1.
Oh, not a series one.
No.
I swear there was a series one. Like,
Actually, sorry, yes.
That
35.
top one?
This one.
I was about to say, I was pretty sure
I did
I'm
have
looking
that
at one
photo.
above each
Yeah,
shoulder, but
Okay, so I
didn't
did
get to finish these.
I did have the photo.
Wait, sorry. We're halfway through transitioning to this new fancy layout thing and what we were doing, which was just dragging photos. Yeah. So halfway through this stream, if we get there, we'll probably switch to the old style. So this, just consider this a preview of what should have been if we had more time.
Rightio.
What have you done now?
So with the Gen,
You're gonna ask.
like the GC8s and
don't
that,
want
the Liberties carry on the same formula, where the sedan is C and F, G and D, all those kind of things.
Wait. These guys need a minute to compose themselves.
maybe.
Oh, there you go. And send a photo of his old Lib. So you might be able to slide that in somewhere. Okay, we're just waiting for the crowd to calm down.
That shouldn't have been so funny, but I was.
Yeah, that was great.
What did I actually miss?
I can't
I was
repeat
too busy
it.
talking. Oh, why? Okay, we'll just have to watch it.
What did
back
Jonathan send a photo of? That was a while ago.
You know what you need to do, Seto? You need to put a camera in the back of the room just so it records everyone around it.
Yes.
I'm underage.
Yes.
Oh,
So I might be able to blue.
Underage for what? A senior's card?
Yes.
Okay.
I identify as a 15-year-old. So.
I would really like you to say this.
Show me your ID.
I identify as a gender fluid bistro lamp.
I am so
gosh.
confused. I'm so sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on with tonight's stream.
I think tonight's
I'm
stream
the
is getting
eye.
an explicit warning.
I identify as a post, I'm already dark enough for it anyway.
Just cut the stream now.
We might
Anyone
have
else
to in a
say
second
demonetized? I can say
Hit
demonetized.
the brakes!
It
Hit the
can't be
brakes!
racist if I made
there. No, it's fine. We can't be demonetized. Do you know why we can't be demonetized?
Because
We're not monetized in the
Yeah.
first place.
But also,
But all that
I made
precious
the
cash
choice.
is
I'm
what's
sorry.
on.
Red Rooster. We were
It's
talking
fine.
about Red Rooster sponsorship.
Whoops.
But only from people who are buying Red Rooster, not actually Red Rooster themselves. So it's not going to happen. Anyway, okay, so we have
Really go for the Mountain Dew.
That photo. There
That's
you
really
go.
odd.
Coca-Cola.
I'm like, why is that so quick?
What?
The camera, but then I realised it's because it's not
That's
the
because it's our
screen.
live
You replace the
preview.
D
Yeah,
with a J.
so,
Preview.
This here's a Gen 1 Series 1,
No, it's not.
isn't
That's
it?
Series 2.
Series 2.
you.
It was an alright car.
Oh look, we've already gone back to the old style. So where's the Gen 1 Series 1? Ooh, Apple.
I don't see an apple.
Ooh, Apple.
Yeah, it's fine.
No apples here.
Apple products ruining everything.
I'm aware, that's why I told him to use that mouse. Like I said, I've already, like, cancer from smoking, like, I can deal with that, like, I can't deal with
Oh,
apple
you going
cancer.
down this road, like
Yeah,
on the
I
live
can't deal with apple cancer.
stream? Where'd the Series 1 go?
I'm pretty sure everyone in here, bar you, is Samsung or Android.
Wait, what?
Same day.
Samsung or Android?
It's the same
That's
They're
No,
the
it's
same.
not.
No, it's not.
Samsung is a company that produces
Samsung runs
products.
Android,
is
but
particular.
not all Android.
You guys want to have an IT fight? I know cars.
thing. You're talking to a side.
Android is an OS.
What's with that face? I was like, I need to poop.
Alright. Look, here's the Gen 1 Series 1 front end then.
Neither of which has anything to do with Gen 1.
Liberties.
There, that, sorry, getting back to subject. That's
Android powered
the
liberties.
Gen 1 Series 1
Tell
front
it,
end.
oh, what?
Android powered liberties. Built by Samsung.
Okay, so this is Gen 1 Series 1 Liberty.
Yeah.
I remember, this is nearly around when I started here, I think. Because I remember
Who wanted this car.
really wanting this car.
Until we went through the chassis and found
And I found all
holes,
the rust.
more holes than Swiss cheese.
There was more holes in this than my GC8, so I didn't think it was worth
It's
it.
like my car.
Yeah.
Your car has, like, yours is a hole with a bit of metal around it.
Yes.
Like, yours hasn't got holes, it's metal
is a hole.
included.
It's the whole thing.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
Hey,
yes.
he just material it
Okay,
on the inside
but yeah,
out.
what I
It's
was
fine.
trying to say probably like 10 minutes ago is it is like
15.
the GC8s and that. So as you can see, it's a BC and BF. So the sedan BF is
wagon. Not hatch.
Who
What?
let you in here?
I think that was us, and I'm severely regretting that decision right now. Yeah.
but yeah. So these guys, like you have the RSs in this. So this is where the heritage rally of Subaru began, I believe,
Is this what
with
we
the
thought?
RS Liberties.
Yep.
So
Yes.
yeah, this is a good years.
The very particular driver behind the wheel.
Colin? Yeah, Colin McRae was the he started with Libs, yeah.
I believe so.
Started with Libs and got into the GCs and all that and absolutely went ham. But yeah, dude, I just looked so confused at you just then whilst you were talking.
Probably.
What do we got next?
You want to move on to Gen 2s? Oh, wait.
You'll break the
In Australia, at
Yep,
least.
that's finally caught.
I think you mentioned it before already.
What do you mean? It was a driver.
The Series 1 we
Series
didn't get.
1 didn't get turbo, but Series 2 we did.
Yes.
I've already
So,
But
really ruined this.
they were called an RS Liberty here in Australia.
yeah.
But in Japan, they
They
were
were
a Liberty
GTs.
GT.
Yeah. Legacy.
Sorry. Yeah.
For a reason.
That's my job. I'm supposed to call you out on that.
Yeah, I don't know Liberties, but I know little bits.
Yeah. Okay.
Little bits.
All right. Well, let's move on to Gen 2 then. Push the button, Mr. Magic.
I'm getting so nervous, man.
Why? Gen 2?
There's so many people right.
Look, we can see him. You're in shot.
That's I'm watching you just slowly move into shot.
Okay, so next we have the Gen 2, so the BD and BGs.
Yeah.
These ones weren't too bad. I actually didn't mind these guys.
And there is like a Series 1 and Series 2. I don't know enough about these. You don't know enough
Yeah,
about
I
these.
don't
We
know much
really,
about these.
We didn't really do much with these.
know
Suffice
that-
to say, there was no turbo models of these Australian delivered.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So if you get a turbo model one of these, they were either modified or they were imported. Which the top photo here, if my arm moves up enough, is the wrong arm.
It was not my idea.
Wait, can someone pass me a bottle of water, please? A
So the-
sealed bottle of water.
The top photo
Not
here
one with coronavirus.
is an imported GT
Oh, wait, I'll just get that for you.
Legacy.
That's a hack.
So
Wait,
it,
that's a real threat. Your mum works with it.
audio.
At your reason. Why are you coughing? Right. Why are you coughing?
Okay. So the top photo here is a Legacy GT. It was imported. It was actually a pretty nice car. It was pretty rough.
It was very rough.
Yeah, that one had seen better days. And the 2
I've
bottom
seen
ones,
sandpaper smoother than that.
the 2 bottom ones just appear to be NA ones
The green one was turbo
converted. Yeah,
but yeah, both of those started lives as NA.
yeah, because you've got
that actual bottom left. Your left, my left.
How'd they go
Left.
with converting
The silver wagon.
Huh?
How'd they go with converting that to turbo?
A lot of work.
I was about to say.
yeah, to
Like
be a full
engine
wiring,
replacement
full
and
turbo,
wiring
full
and
wiring
stuff.
on.
Yeah, it's not an easy, simple job to do that.
Because then the other thing another thing you used to run
That's
into
okay.
with the imports was they're tuned to 100 octane. So when you bring them to Australia, they tend to not like life. When we get to we can go to the Gen 3s now.
Oh, we'll finish talking about these
Yeah,
first and then go to
because
that bottom one ended up. The silver wagon was. That's not really specific. Bottom silver wagon was supposed to be our project car until we found too much rust around the windscreen. So when we started cleaning up the body,
Yeah.
that actually got sold off to somebody who was going to take the engine and chuck it in a combi.
That's pretty cool.
Because that was the
Yeah.
2.2 litre
The
single overhead
the
cam.
motors in these people did enjoy because they were the 2.2 litres. They were still single overhead, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 2.2s, yes.
And
The
then
2.2 NAs, sorry.
yeah, so the 2.2 NAs were still single overhead, but having that little bit bigger capacity for the combis was primo. And again, it comes down to no one liking 2.5s. I'm going to keep emphasising it
Well, the
through every
2.5s
single video.
The 2.5s came out in the Series 2, the later generation
Yeah.
Gen 2.
Frank was 2.5.
And they were dual overhead cam. They were
You know what's glorious? Combing your beard.
staying on topic stories.
Yes.
The 2.5 litre dual overhead cam model was actually not bad. Like, it picked up really well.
But that was
Because-
in... Oh, yeah, that was in the Gen 2s.
Yeah, because
But only...
Sharissa had the Bilstein edition one of those, so it did have the 2.5 dual overhead cam. When I had my 99 WRX.
Yeah.
Off the line, she could probably beat me off the line until you got to about 4,000 RPM when the turbos obviously kicked in. Then there's just no chance of keeping up. But off the line, like
Yeah.
2.5 litre, more torque.
But yeah, so like the 2.5, that's one thing not many people knew was the fact that because most NAs are only single overhead cam.
I think they only just started going dual overhead cam again in like 06, 07, something
Yeah,
like that.
I think I had one of our customers ask me that the other day.
Yeah, in the Hawkeye.
Yeah,
After the
I believe so.
After
Yeah,
the Hawkeye, my brother's old in here, Hawkeye didn't have.
but it was the thing not many people realize is when you get these kind of cars, there is a lot of options for motors. Like you can have the 2 litre, you can have the 2.5.
LS1.
Yeah,
Look at that GF8 my dad's got, which is got
Yeah.
a high-low ratio gearbox in a 1.8.
yeah. Like the GC8s have the 1.6, they have the 1.8, they have the 2 litre, and then the Impreza started going to the 2.5s, and it's just like
But the other good thing is that the EJ16s, 18s, and 22s all non-interference engines. So if you snapped a timing belt, whack another one on, and you're good to go.
Like my 97 GC.
But whatever you do, don't do that with an interference motor like your WRXs and that.
EJ20, EJ25.
Yeah. We've had a few customers.
Dual overhead,
Yeah.
EJ22.
Fine.
I had an EJ20.
Anything dual.
John's sitting here going, my tensioners are making a bit of noise in my Foresters.
Fix that.
Oh,
Please
no.
fix that.
I mean, you've been telling me that for like 3 years. It's fine, trust me.
Yeah, true. You're obviously not worried about it at this point.
But yeah, so next we'll
No,
jump over to the
it's
Gen
really
3s, which...
Ta-da!
Comfortably with a nice.
Oh, you had to use 2 of your car, huh?
We want the front end and the
Nice
back.
outside,
Yes.
it knocks me right out.
So,
That's why I put it up. So now we jump to the Gen...
what the heck was that?
That was Gallagher on the go.
I threw the comb over
it's
just so
probably
it landed.
Too fast. We're going too fast.
I'm
No,
taking those
it's
anyway.
It's got to do it. Shit.
So next we go to the Gen
Stop
3s,
that.
Sorry.
which...
We're streaming. Shh.
This is when they started to confuse me.
The Gen 3s.
Yeah,
Oh,
I kind of gave up on the Gen 3, so this is all on Nathan.
So now in Gen 3s, I don't know how we break it up in year. Even the year models don't line up, but they get broken up now. Instead of Series 1 and Series 2, you have Rev A to C and Rev D to E. Don't ask me why, because I really couldn't tell you. Series 1 and Series 2 was a lot easier. Don't even start talking to me about Gen 4s, but we'll get there in a minute. As far as I know, we did not get the turbo model. So the turbo model now... Wait, sorry, let me go back to the Gen 2. You know how we mentioned, and the Gen 1, they were the Legacy GT in Japan for the Gen 1?
Yes. That's what carried over to the Gen 2s in Australia.
No, Gen 2s, because we didn't get the Gen 2 turbos in Australia. They retained RS for the turbo sedans, but they became the GT or the GTB, B being for Bilstein, because they got Bilstein shocks, in the Gen 2s in Japan. Well, we got none of them here. And then as far as I know, then just for the Gen 3s, the turbo models became B4. Can you go outside? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. Just for the Gen 3s, the turbo models are B4s in the sedans and GTs in the wagon, or GTBs.
Yeah, because they carried on that into the legacy.
I think they were only GTBs in that, because the B4 in B4 was for Bilstein, I'm pretty sure.
But didn't they carry the B4 on into the Gen 4s as well?
No, when you get to
America.
the Gen 4s, they're all called B4s.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. No idea. Just everything changes and changes all over the place. So then,
they were good
in the Gen 3, instead of having the RS for the sedans and the GT or the GTB for the wagon, you had B4 and GT or GTB.
Yeah.
No idea why. But then, as well as that, instead of calling them Series 1 and Series 2, they're now Revision A to C and Revision D to E, which I think is reflected in the VIN from memory. But I could not tell you why. Actually, sorry, Australian VIN it's reflected in.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's the applied model, which is not part of the VIN number, but that's a whole different can of worms.
I think, if he paid attention, I think these two photos are the two different models.
Yes.
Yeah.
The bottom two are... Well, the back end doesn't really change all that much, so that doesn't really matter. But
we'll talk about that after.
The bottom, the white one, is Rev A to C, and that was a Legacy B4 that was imported here from Australia, from New Zealand, that my wife and I owned for a little while before we sold it off. And, yeah, went to a wagon. And then the one above is Rev D to E, which was an Australian delivered model. And like I explained, I'm pretty sure we didn't get Revision A to C B4s over here in Australia. At least, I don't ever remember seeing one. But we got plenty of the D to E's.
Yeah, lots of D to E's. But one of the easy ways to tell the difference between the A to C and the D to E's are the headlights on the front end. Mm-hmm. The grills are slightly different as well, but the headlights
are harder to spot.
The headlights are very, very obvious.
The Parker lights are kind of like a tube, like half tube looking and half bullet looking.
You mean the indicator?
Is it the indicator?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so the indicators on the top one, that's the D to C. Yeah. D to E, sorry. They're more of a tubular indicator.
Yeah.
And what else was the giveaways on those? That's nearly all on the outside, eh?
Yeah.
But the bars were slightly different. The fog light covers were fog light surrounds were different.
But you'd have to know the difference between them. Really, I think the easiest thing is the indicators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the back, one of the giveaways that it's an imported B4
it says Legacy
is the Legacy, which we spoke about
last week.
Oh, can you get a photo up of the normal B4 so people can see the difference? I think I did. Didn't I get a rear end? Please tell me I got a rear end photo. Because the difference between the Oz Delivered and the JDM, like we said, is the Legacy light instead of Liberty, but also the fact that it's tinted. Oh, you can kind of use Stickman's. I think that's why I use Stickman's car. So on the JDM one, where that says Subaru, the JDM one said Legacy,
Yep.
and was tinted darker.
Yep.
So it was a much cleaner looking thing. And then also,
I miss it.
yeah,
Not the car, just the look.
the wiper blade as well, rear wiper.
That's a JDM thing.
Yeah, the JDMs all got
Rear
rear
wipers.
wipers, which was cool.
Yeah.
But
All right. Have we had enough of Gen 3 now?
well, again, just letting them know it's a BE BH.
Yes.
So-
that was on the slide.
Yeah, I know. I'm just mentioning,
Oh.
saying it because I don't think I said it out loud. The Gen 3s, yeah, came out as a BE
B
BH.
sedan, BH for the wagon.
Yeah,
Right. Gen 4.
Gen
Hit the
4
button.
time. Woof.
There we go. I like that wagon, by the way.
I know, that's why I picked it.
That's not our photo, but I like that wagon.
But yeah, so the Gen 4s came out as the BL and BP, sedan and wagon respectively.
Yeah, do you want to talk about PFL versus PFL, or do you want me to talk
You
about
can
that?
talk about PFL and PFL.
Okay, so again, the name's changed. I'm sure Series 1 and Series 2 still applies, and I'm sure Rev A to C and D to E still apply, actually. But at least among the Sub enthusiasts that I found, the models are then changed to refer to pre-facelift and post-facelift. So I would have thought one of them would have just been referred to as the facelift model, but no, apparently one's post-facelift and the other one's pre-facelift, which both ironically abbreviate as PFL. So I don't know. Why? Someone explain this to me. Why? Why do we have PFL and PFL?
Because there's two separate things, PFL and PFL.
Not on paper, it's not.
It's like duck and duck.
Duck that.
It's like tomato and tomato, I guess. If you say it
It's
slightly
not
different,
really, because
so if you
PFL
don't
is
say
written and said the
yeah,
same
but if
way.
you say PFL and then you say PFL, they're different.
I'm expecting somebody
Yeah.
to jump in the comments.
Which?
Exactly.
Like,
There's only so many letters in English alphabet.
Yeah,
yeah, no, but you could drop one. You could call one of them the pre-facelift and the other one the facelift, or you could call one of them the post. No, you couldn't go that way. Yeah, it'd have to be pre-facelift and facelift, not pre-facelift and
I
post-facelift.
literally
No,
covered this off at the start.
Did you?
Talking about GCAs. And I
Why?
said, yeah, the pre-facelift and the post-facelift.
there's 3 different types of GCA.
yeah, but GCA there's lots of face. But that's the thing. GCA makes sense because you got
You still call it
the
a pre-facelift
you got the
and a post-facelift.
pre-facelift, you got the facelift, then you
And you
got
got-
the post-facelift. So there's the 3. But that makes sense. Whereas the Liberty's just like, yo, here have 2 cars. This is the pre, this is the post.
Yes.
Where's the one in the middle?
Who made these up anyway?
Concept car.
I don't know who made up these names, but for some reason we're stuck. Subaru didn't make
It's
them
like
up.
the same
though.
people who came up with the names for all of them based on the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Subaru didn't make that up.
Subaru didn't make that up. The
Well, not
people
as far
did.
as we know.
No.
Subaru people, same thing.
But yeah, so these
Really
are probably
Well, you're
my
weird.
favourite generation, like the wagon especially.
Oh yeah, don't get
Like,
me wrong. Like I've had
Gen
one.
4
You've got
wagons
one. Actually,
are
we've technically
amazing.
still got one.
No, you don't. You don't.
We have a BP chassis.
Yeah, but it's not a Gen 4.
It doesn't matter. We have a BP chassis.
Yeah, but it's not a Gen 4.
I don't care.
But that's on the next subject. Like we're going to cover it
After we-
tonight, but it's not a Liberty.
Yeah, I think all we're going to get time to cover because we're already almost an hour in is the Liberties
But
legacy.
yeah, so when we've got the post face and the pre face, have you got any extra photos of these, or are we going to have to?
I'm
click into
sure
it?
I do.
So if we compare the Tune by STI photo, the front end.
This one.
Yep. So this here, what you classify as the post face? Yes.
Sure.
I always get it mixed up, but
Yeah.
this is a post facelift. The giveaways on the giveaways on these models were HIDs with the washers underneath the headlight, which you can see as the chrome thing.
Yes. He's not even listening. I'm answering his comment and he's not even paying attention. How rude.
Well, I want to end the message.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
No one else is getting a reply.
But yeah, so you got the different headlights.
I can't even remember what I wrote.
Oh, can we move our face down slightly? Like our face? No, like
Hold on.
us on the screen. Because another one of the giveaways that really hurts me is the mirror. Like, when you upgrade something, you're meant to upgrade it and make it look better, yes?
No.
Yes, I get what you mean.
Look at
The
the Gen
mi-
3
if you-
versus the Gen 2.
Yeah, true.
The best Japanese cars were built in the 90s. We all know this.
Yes.
Should we start talking about the Gen 5
But when
already?
we're talking about the post and pre, like, it's the same chassis,
Like,
but what I'm talking about, like, the same chassis, they've just made that chassis slightly newer. The mirrors are disgusting. Like, if we
Yeah.
either go to one
Yeah,
of
you're
my
right.
car or...
This one?
Yeah.
Like, the whole argument of when you upgrade something gets better, I'd like to put forward stages
No.
Yeah.
between
No.
the newer one and
We're a
the older
Subaru
one.
place. No.
I'm just saying, like,
But yeah, so, like, if you look at the headlights on this one, which is my current car, I much prefer those headlights to the post face. That you can see the headlights are different. But one of the other things with the Gen 4s is because they came out in the NA, the turbo, and the NA 2 litre, NA 2.5, NA 3 litre, 2 litre turbo, and 2.5 turbo.
Not in the preface.
No, but
In general.
in general
Yeah,
for the Gen
yeah,
4s.
Yeah.
They all have different front ends, which is something not many people know when they're looking for parts.
Well, the 2 and the 2.5 NA share the same.
Yeah.
I think by the time they got to the post facelift as well,
Everything was
everything got
rough.
the same front end.
Yeah, but yes.
Besides the HID headlights.
Yeah.
And the
So
grills. But
that-
like your bumpers stayed the same.
Yeah,
I think.
the H6 had a bigger
I
grill.
think.
I can't remember. I did try to look that up because it was something that
in
made me
by the
curious.
time we got to post facelift, all the grill shapes were the same, I think.
Yeah,
I think. I know in the
but
pre-facelift
definitely in the
they
pre,
weren't.
the grills between the 6-cylinder and the 2s and 2.5s were different, along with the front bar.
We're probably getting too detailed here now.
Well, that's what we did last week with the
Yeah, I know.
GCs.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm just trying to let them know.
Okay.
And then, like, if we go for a rear end shot of the Tune by STI and the rear end of mine,
Which one do you want first? Tune by STI?
yeah, we'll go Tune by STI.
See if we started.
Yeah.
Oops. Can I borrow your mouse?
true.
Thank you. Whoa.
That didn't do what we wanted.
That did not go according to plan. Let me try that one more time.
But yeah, when we go to the rear end on the Gen 4s, the ways to spot them is the tail lights are different.
And move us
They
back
have
to the top.
they have the chrome tab on the tail lights
Yes.
that I don't believe mine does.
The taillights are also shorter now.
Yeah,
So
and
the
then
bumper bar comes up bigger.
yeah, and also the weird
Side vent.
venty things that aren't vents.
Oh, my mouse started working again. Okay.
You know those vents that aren't vents?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryce is
Then if we jump over to mine, you'll be able to see what the pre-facelift look like.
This one?
Dodge. Bryce is Rice.
Look, you get Jasmine, there's Marty.
So, as you can see, the tail lights were a bit bigger. Well, a lot bigger.
No vents in the side.
No vents in the side. The diffuser's not stock, so just ignore that.
That is sick though.
Yeah. Like, this is a very nice car. I like this car. But yeah, so they're not too bad.
Yeah.
Where are we at next?
I think we should move on to the Gen 5 now.
Rightio.
I'm still waiting for somebody to answer why we have pre-facelift and post-facelift. So if anybody out there has an answer for that,
Some do the wall.
somebody explain.
The fifth wall?
Yeah, sure.
No, the fourth wall. Don't
Fourth
break the
wall.
fourth wall.
Why not?
I don't know, something about
Isn't that what he's doing right now? Because he's actually here in person.
China built
Technically, I think
walls.
so, yeah.
Keep out the rabbits.
Rightio, so now let's jump over to the Gen 5s.
Actually, no, me asking if there is anyone who knows why there's a difference between post-facelift and why we have pre and post-facelift as the names, that's me breaking the fourth wall.
Rightio, this one I have no idea about. I
Well,
don't
this
know
one-
anything about.
Me either.
But why?
Because
It's the upgraded version.
this is about where we stopped. Like, we didn't
Like I said,
get any of these.
once it gets to like 2006,
Oh, we thought we'd touch on them anyway.
Subarus are just...
They look like they're trying to copy it. This
2006.
By the way,
1999.
that photo down the bottom on the
Again, not ours. Well, none of them are
all
ours.
the way over the silver looking one.
So confusing.
Just for comparison, that's a Gen 4 post facelift. just because we cannot stand looking at the Gen 5. So yeah, wait.
This is when I think that might be a Gen 6.
Yeah, that's a Gen 6.
Oh yeah, I put up the wrong photo, guys. That's a Gen 6, not a Gen 5.
Where'd you get that photo from?
I don't know. I look for things randomly.
Okay.
No, we're gonna have to send you home to keep up this bad.
Google. Where's the Gen 5?
Did I get a front end shot? I think that was the only front end of the Gen 5.
Well, you talk about the Gen 5. and
So
why
Gen
it's so
5's,
bad.
like I said, I'm not too keen on them. Did they come out turboed still?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they still came out with the GT model.
That's a Gen 5.
Yeah, so the front ends
Do we
on
want
them
that
aren't.
one or this one?
Oh, nice
Not that
Commodore slash
This
Blue.
one then.
Yeah. Actually, go the wagon.
This one?
No, not
It's
that
too
one. That's
small.
too small.
I'm not making the joke.
There's things that
That
could be
is-
said.
That is turbo.
Yeah, we'll get
Go
that
with
one. But yeah, so these still came out with
Oh
the.
gosh,
Oh
that's a
no,
YouTube video.
these came out as
Stuff it.
still
I'm
came
going
out
to-
as the GTs, and the what was the base models called? Just
Oh, this is
Liberties?
Wikipedia. Oh, they're BM and BR series.
BM and BR.
Yeah.
Does that
According
work?
to the Wikipedia?
Does that work with what we were talking about last week?
No. B is correct. R is STI in the next series of
Yeah, true.
Imprezas. So no, it
I'll
really
let you
doesn't.
copy that photo so we can show people's.
I need a mouse with a right click.
What, doesn't that have a right click?
I haven't programmed it yet.
He played a friendly.
You have to program.
Apple kicking goals.
I love Apple.
Oh, yeah.
So
Download
why
extra
Apple
large
don't make
size.
cars? So it wouldn't have any windows.
That is.
What was that?
That's just.
So I came here tonight without cancer.
Everyone in this room is now 10% dumber after listening to it.
I'm not even gonna ask them. Okay, that is a Gen.
That's the Gen 5 front end.
That's. Oh my god.
This is around the generation where all cars
I have
started
not,
looking the same.
I have not met anyone who said.
Yes. Literally, if you look at our notes, I have Gen 5.
You know what it
ugly,
looks like? It looks
dot.
like a Holden Marine.
It does.
Well, it also
I
looks.
reckon more like a cruise.
Yeah, I'd say
I
Looks like
so.
it is a boat.
reckon, like the about Modena, BRZ86. If you were to pull the badge off that and put a nice little Toyota badge on it, you have a Camry.
Yes.
No, Gen 6.
Yeah, no, wait till we get to
Wait
the
till we
Gen
get to the
6.
Gen 6.
Rightio, so,
Toyota,
again,
it's
because
like-
like I said, we don't know too much about these bad guys.
Yeah, but we thought we'd include them because they exist.
Yeah. Because, yeah, we may as well go to the new one.
Because
So,
someone made
Oh wait,
a
well,
version.
okay, wait. Starting that there, the
Yeah, look at the
navy
front of
blue
that.
one is a
Oh,
Gen
yeah, it's
6.
Camry.
That's
Yeah.
Camry.
but it's also an Impreza,
Yeah, but it's a rebadged Camry.
and it's
Yeah.
also a VF Commodore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably
Just-
also a sign
just go to the next slide and
It's
the
just-
other things.
It also
Yeah.
looks similar to a Mercedes from here. But
Here we go. We got the.
Does that not look like
got
a
the
Camry?
Camry
This
rear
is the
end. It's a
Subaru
Camry.
Liberty or Legacy Gen 6.
No, it's a rebadged Camry.
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
Yeah.
it's just Toyota and Subaru doing their thing.
Yeah, but the.
Yeah, but
It probably
as
is
well
actually.
as like Scion and
Yeah.
about 50 other companies.
and the VF. Don't forget the Commodore.
Yeah, Commodore.
They're gone now.
Yeah, I know, but they still look the same.
Whoa, too soon, guys.
Actually, Glam, I'm sorry if you're
Local
listening.
manufacturing ended like what, 3 years ago?
It could also
2 years
be a
ago?
Ford.
Look, okay, it's not
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah.
That's
But they all
like
think
I
their
said.
cars are worth a lot of money.
When we got to this generation's
Yeah,
when
so-
everything
Aaron says
started.
Hi, Aaron.
Oh, hero.
Oh.
This is when everything started looking the
Lots of
same,
money
Yeah.
now, wait now.
which really hurts my head and makes cars not as interesting.
Just 'cause
Yeah.
stopped
It just
produced, just
bores
pay more
you.
money. I'm like, really?
Especially the
You
fact
tell me where I
that
can
this
get
is
like
also when
70s to
Canvas was one of the things that came into the Gen 4s, which
Oh,
makes it harder to
gosh.
modify things. And
Yeah,
it just becomes a headache with newer cars.
Yeah.
But on that note, I vote we jump over to the outboats.
Well, I actually have no more slides now. 'Cause
Well,
we were going to move on to that, but yeah.
No, I was going to say we go outboats after the Subaru, because, after the Legacy.
Yeah, okay. So we'll ditch the slides now and go back to what we had the other
No, we just
week.
ran out of time.
Alright,
As
so
always.
which Outback do you want to start with?
There is a Gen
one.
1 Outback there somewhere.
Where?
That you're in the Liberty lineup, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You
Liberty.
separated them out.
Yeah, so I'm smart. I do think.
Alright, which one do you want to go with?
The red one.
This one?
No.
The red
That's
one.
not a Gen 1. The one next to that.
This one.
So,
Actually, I think we should go with this one.
well, they're both Gen 1. So
Yeah,
they're
let's
all-
go with this one.
But yeah, so, again,
They're all
now
safe
this
now.
is going to start confusing people. Because
No.
this is a very big argument between Subaru people.
No, it's not.
It's just
Well, it's an argument between me and Seto. Because he's wrong and I'm right.
Everything's an argument between you.
It's an estate car. It's designed to put two dogs in the back and drive.
No.
Right, here we go.
The fact that the Outbacks are based off the Liberty legacies.
Down the bottom again.
Mm,
So this
So
is a Gen
Gen
1 Subaru Outback.
But it's a Gen 2
It's a Gen
face.
2 Liberty chassis.
yes, but it's a Gen 1 Outback.
Yes.
Yes, but the chassis codes
Line up.
line up with,
With the
the
Gen 2,
Gen 2 legacy.
Yeah.
Therefore, it is a legacy.
But does the chassis line up?
Yes.
So
Everything-
It's a Gen 2 legacy chassis.
Yes.
Which they use to build
The Gen 1
Gen 1
Outback.
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 Yes.
The same argument could be made for the old STIs and stuff, which were built off the Impreza chassis. So they decided to revert it recently.
Yeah, in 06.
Yeah.
I say recently because I'm talking about anything past 1999, which is when I stopped caring about anything really.
Dude, I'm the exact same. Like, as soon as you have to buy a big old fascia for your head unit,
Yeah.
the car's too new.
As soon as the head unit is intrinsically attached to the freaking engine
Are you
management,
guys talking about Tech Lab?
Yes.
yes,
Tape
That's
is
all I know.
cool.
we're discussing the fact that
That's
like
cool if you're talking
we're
about Tech
discussing the
Lab.
fact that there was this period of
but
time
yeah.
where for some reason they put like the head unit in a giant head unit in the center part
These-
of the car,
Oh, yeah,
but then
right.
attached to all your engine management stuff, so you couldn't even get rid of it because then the car wouldn't work.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
you just look at my. Well, I don't have it at that much detail,
And
but
none-
it is a
never
pain.
had-
And none of them had any good sound amplification and were just terrible for playing music out.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But so with the Gen 1 Outbacks, we got NA ones. I don't believe we got any turboed Outbacks, did we? Until the turbo diesels in the new models.
Yeah.
Whereas most other
So
countries
until like the Gen 5 shape.
yeah,
But the Outbacks later as well also change because they're bigger.
they're huge.
They're huge.
Which you'll
now.
see like
So
as
they
we go
split
through.
from the legacy chassis.
Yeah.
But
But,
that was until Gen 5.
Yeah.
I think.
But with the
6, 5.
I'm pretty sure other countries got turboed Outbacks,
Yeah, they did.
which suck
Britain did.
Yeah.
because that would have been dope.
And I think that was the. I've seen reference to an Outback XT,
Yeah.
which is the same as your Foresters then.
Oh well, when we skip over to the Gen 2, which
Which photo do you
there's a
want?
few,
This one?
you can pretty much take your pick.
Well, it's my car, so
Yeah.
let's go that one.
So this is our company WRX.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It cops a beating.
Don't actually. And if you don't believe us that it cops a beating, there's another photo to prove that it does.
Where?
Didn't you
Okay.
pick up an engine on
Okay.
that from mine?
We picked up lots of engines.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific.
from my
This
house.
No, it copping a beating, Seto. Look right next to the photo you just clicked on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So this has had what? Motor swap,
Yeah.
snaps, tail shaft. If anyone drives performance cars, like you know how hard it is to snap a tail shaft.
My
No,
I
did it!
drive a real car.
my
I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
Legacy, where they snapped the tail shaft in it. So what he did
Are you
was
leaving?
just
No,
disconnect it
that way, bro.
Oh, okay.
and made it a front wheel drive.
This doesn't work like that.
No, he
Did
Yeah, you can do that. Because if it's what was it we talked about? Yeah, we spoke to Robin about it. You can do that. You can make it front wheel drive because the automatics
Yes.
can.
yeah.
Because they still just feed the drive to the
Yeah,
front.
my uncle had a legacy and he snapped the tail shaft in it, so they just pulled it
Well,
out.
yeah. After
Turn
the
it
tail
into front
shaft
drive.
snapped, my car still moved.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only reason
that's
we
front wheel
didn't
drive.
drive it from where it was the fact that it snapped off at the very front yoke.
Well, yeah. So it would have banged
So
around.
if we drove around, well, it wasn't. Yeah, the tail shaft itself would have banged around, but
Yeah.
if we had drove it, there was a possibility that the yoke would pop out,
yeah.
and we
and
don't.
then we
want
would have
that.
lost all the transmission fluid, and then the transmission would have burnt itself out and blown up into a million pieces.
Which it still sounds like it is doing.
I think that's the.
Actually, no, that's the rest of the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this car we've saved a few times. These also, again, like the Liberties, have the Rev A
Oh,
to
yeah.
B
Yeah.
and C to, Rev A to C.
Even though they're a different
Indeed,
badge
indeed.
and they have a body lift, they're pretty much the same car. Oh,
Yeah.
and the flares.
Yeah,
and
they've got
body
these have got the
styling.
flare
Styling
kit.
pack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like there's nothing too different with them.
Yeah.
But if we were to jump to, so again, Australia only got the NAs. We're actually, whilst we're on the Gen 3, we may as well, if you go to Gen 2, if we jump back
Yeah.
a folder, we spoke about this. Someone walked past deliberately.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Fine.
Dell. I'm gonna smack you. We're gonna have an episode where we don't have the alarm go off.
No, you're not.
No, we're not.
Just accept this. This is part of this.
Has he learned his lesson now?
Who was
I
it?
think so.
It was Riddell.
Yeah, I was wandering past on his phone and I'm like,
I have-
"Can someone
I don't
say
know how to
that?"
move
Oh.
that, but can we move that over?
Which one? This. Oh gosh.
Just because we're talking about the Gen 2 Outbacks, there was a variant in the States, the Baja.
Oh, the Baja.
I thought it was Baja.
It's the Baja.
Oh, okay.
But-
Named after the town.
Can we just call it
So-
the Balol then?
Some people like them, some people hate them. I don't mind them, like it's cool.
Why?
Why do they hate them or why do they like
Why
them?
would you like that?
Because it's a ute.
No, it's a
It's
truck.
But it's a ute.
It's a truck.
really
it's
not.
in the States. It's a
It's
truck.
in the States, it's truck.
It's
It's a
a
ute.
wagon with the back cut off.
Yes, it is also that.
Seto, get up the brat. We're having an argument, it's on.
Which one?
It's a
That
truck and it's a
Yeah,
terrible
that one. So in the States, this is also called a truck, guys. This is an estate.
What?
This is a truck.
But that's
I
not
thought you
a
said
state.
estate.
It isn't a, no, it isn't a state because that's how they got it past the
But it's not a
rules.
state.
Because there's 4 seats.
But it's registered.
Because
as
they
an
So an
class-
estate is covered.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it is. An estate
Yeah,
car is
but
covered.
the only way
Outbacks
that
are an estate.
the only way they got that in was
a car
because
that-
it's not a truck.
Yeah, but
That's
the
because it's
concept
got
of an
seats
estate
in the back.
is
Yeah.
the concept of an estate is it's a wagon that's slightly higher.
Hey,
than
we
a
don't
normal
make
wagon.
these rules. We're just
Yeah,
breaking
but
them.
as
okay?
far as I know, that's how they
It's like
got.
that period in the
the
90s
Bratz
where apparently every car that came out of bloody Japan did exactly 180 freaking.
You're talking about the gentleman's
Yeah, the
agreement.
gentleman's agreement. Even though none of them did it.
206, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they all
Yeah,
lied.
206 kilowatts.
Are
Yeah,
you
206
kidding
kilowatts
me?
at 1500 RPM.
Yes.
Yeah, 206. Yeah, 270.
All of them are 206 kilowatts. None of these are over 206 kilowatts. Okay, so how come
76,
the GC8 can do a quarter mile like that? Yeah, let's not talk about
But yeah,
that.
so again, Brumby is another cool car. But
It's a ute, though.
it's not in the States though. They don't classify it as a ute or a truck.
Ah.
Because it's
It was sold
Richard says
elsewhere.
pickup truck.
There you
Yeah.
go. The only reason the Baja is a truck is because it was pretty much only sold in the States.
it was only sold in the States.
Yeah, it was only
Because
sold
no
in the
one
States.
else wanted that thing because it was
It's
ugly.
beautiful. See, okay.
Thank goodness
No, no,
for
no.
that.
Go into the photos. I
The
found
Brumby
something.
is not
I am
ugly.
going to I'm going to rebut this.
Also, there is a Brumby
Scroll
that has the
down
record.
some more.
There is a Brumby that has the record for the
Yeah,
fastest
yeah.
four-cylinder.
You ready for this? I rebut with this photo because I reckon that looks dope as hell.
It does.
So it's an Outback, Baja, that they've obviously taken out the raised lifting blocks or whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
the spaces,
Yeah.
and
Look.
converted to more
So they
Liberty
dropped it on
style.
its guards.
And it looks bar the rims. The rims look terrible. I hate the rims.
All I'm saying is...
No, all I'm going to say is that nowhere else but America got this. Not even Japan themselves wanted this. And they want and get all the weird stuff. Because they like the weird
They
stuff.
made the
They
S209.
didn't even like this.
S209, what the hell is the S209?
It's the most recent S2O.
Oh, isn't it the freaking one that's like $100,000 or something?
Yes.
That's a lot of money
But
for something that's
the reason I
We'll
like
get to
Brumbies...
that another week.
The reason I like Brumbies, there is a Brumby that currently holds the record for the fastest four-cylinder in a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Why?
that's one of our customers.
Yes.
Well,
Because Brumbies are
yes.
awesome. No one's doing that in a Baja.
Because the Americans
Anthony says he wants a bar.
see,
Yes.
Baja.
That's 2.
I thought Gal liked them too. That's
I'm
oh,
pretty sure-
actually, let's not bring
Oh,
Gal
that's
into this.
so
He
you're
hasn't got the
suggesting
taste.
what Gal likes is
Yeah, if you're going to play that as a benchmark,
I'm pretty sure Philip wants one as well.
does he?
setting the bar low, are we?
No, the Baja low. Setting the Baja.
Well, the thing is, like, have you guys seen like the Foresters that have been converted to
Yeah,
use? Like that looks dope.
Yes, but that's false.
Yeah,
What's the
they
difference,
actually look alright.
There's not really much that you can do to make a
Wait,
false.
if we want to go really, really tangenty, let's get the Brumby
90s
with the
false.
Hawkeye front end.
This hurts me. This hurts me. Like they had every opportunity to make this look actually like really, really nice.
Actually, from that angle, I don't like it so much.
Well, that's what I mean because it's too much flair at the front. Like if you were to put a GC8 front end on it,
I would kill you.
what instead of the Hawk?
Why would you do that to GCA?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that
really
photo's
nice.
terrible. Yeah,
But like from that angle it actually looks
because the
alright.
thing is, you can't see how wide it is.
Yeah, like when
The
you look at
issue
it
with
the other
that
way-
is how wide the front end is compared to the rear end.
yeah.
Like it's just nasty.
Well, that's what
But,
you want for it.
Okay, we've gone on a tangent again. Let's jump back to the Gen 3 Outbacks, I believe.
Wait,
You're
we
on
have
the
a
Gen
question. Richard Lee, sorry, says, what do you think of the MCM Subaru?
The Subaru.
Yeah,
Oh, the one they
the
did.
bug eye wagon that they
Yeah,
cut the back and top
the one
off.
they did in America.
Yeah.
The,
I think it's cool, but what hurts my head, especially like, wait, who likes that? Was it Richie?
Yeah.
My issue is you're in the States, like they'd have so many VF series turbos. No VFs.
No, actually, yeah, there's not as many over there.
It's the Mighty Car Mods, dude. Didn't they bring stuff over for that car?
Yeah,
How hard would it have been to bring a turbo over?
Yeah.
Not very
Like
probably.
like any VF series turbo.
not very hard.
Yeah, they probably
You just
could've
make
got
sure
one.
there's not oil
But
in
that's
it.
what I mean. That's what hurts my head. Is like they've gone through like again. Yes, it was budget build and all this.
Yeah,
Strapping just a VF series turbo
yeah.
on top would have just made it so much cooler. Because you wouldn't have had to have changed anything.
Like, okay, look, they weren't racing it. Like, there was no competition for racing.
But there was.
The larger,
They did race.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
not
Not
as a
proper
competition.
Not for money. It was competition between the two.
The thing that hurts
Did they?
me is that
Yeah.
in America.
That's why they did it. Because they
wouldn't
they
do it
built
with
the most
Australia.
Aussie car they could think
Well, that's
of.
the thing.
Yeah.
And the
They were in
Americans
America.
built that big old
You could do
freaking
anything
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
barge
remember
thing.
what they built.
And they did the track circuits.
Yeah.
And timed all that kind of stuff.
Like,
Right.
that's the thing that hurts.
So I don't think it was like a full-on official competition. But like when you look at the Mighty Car Mods boys,
Okay. Leaving that aside, then I think for their intended audience, people are not going to care if it has a TDO4
Yeah,
or a VF34
because
because
the
no
people
one's going to
wouldn't
know
know.
what the difference
Yeah.
is. Two, they tuned it, right? So whatever they tuned it on has got to match. If they blow something up, they've got to be able to replace it like that. They can't wait to
Yeah.
ship a VF Series turbo from Australia, go hunting around for one. It's just bulk stock WRX, wrecking yard. Have you got one? You got like
Yeah.
50 turbos? Cool, we need one to put on and
because
keep going.
again, that also comes to the fact that I don't know what turbos the Bajas and the Outbacks and all that because they
I
may have
have no idea.
they could have all run
Wait,
TDO4.
is there a Baja turbo?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
that'd be cool.
The thing that hurts my head though is that we're in USA where car rules are
Very lax.
anything. Like they
Anything
could have
goes.
built anything and they built that. But they could have built anything.
It did look cool.
Look, that doesn't matter. That's not what we're questioning
All
here.
I'm saying is they could have had a monster truck if they wanted to. Like,
Basically, that
Come on.
the MCM Subaru, yes or no? Would you? I guess would you have one?
no.
No. Would you have one?
It's
Yeah.
still
Would
based
you have one?
on what it is.
Not on bug
I
eye.
know that.
Not on bug eye. Maybe something else.
You keep talking. It's been a while since I've seen this car.
Okay.
I'm a very
I'd have it. I liked it.
I would take a few of their builds, but I wouldn't take that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess.
most of the builds you can still buy here.
But I do agree with you, Anthony. Like Gen 1 or GC8 front end on that.
Oh yeah.
Just
Brumby
don't know
would
why
be
you do that to a
Smith.
GC8 though.
Why would you do it to a Hawkeye? But okay, wait. Going back to that, you know what impresses me? The fact that they've actually it's not just a cosmetic thing. They've actually done
Oh, so it's not just like
Oops.
No. It's like full motor
like cut
conversion.
and shut
Yeah.
whole front end.
Yeah, everything's done.
That's an impressive amount of work.
Yeah. Like if you open, I didn't get the engine bay shot, but there's an engine bay shot
I'm
where it's a
impressed.
full like STI conversion.
Harnesses. I don't the Ute.
I'm impressed by the amount of work, but
No, if you look closely, if you know your Subaru stuff, that's STI 5x114.3 wheels and the Brembo brakes, which means it's probably got the R180 and the 6-speed DCCD gearbox, which means it's probably got the EJ 207 or 257 in there as well. Which means somebody put a lot of engine work.
It does have the 257.
is it,
Like-
so it's the 257.
Yeah, maybe not.
Probably
if it's in the
257.
No, I mean, if it's 257, I don't want.
I mean, it could be.
Oi.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
love
It
my
could be. It could be.
257.
Yeah,
built
your 257 was built,
built.
though.
There's a huge difference. I brought this up like last week.
And the week before.
Yeah,
That's
every week.
What?
A built
257
2.57 is
207.
good, but a stock 257 versus
Why
stock
would you have a
207,
stock 257?
because people are silly.
Hey, I have the
You
right
always
click now.
build the. You should always build the 257.
What
You
about
should
a
always
built
use the 207 heads.
EJ22?
Yes.
Just a good combination, preferably out of an R8.
But yeah, let's get back to the outboats.
It's Lord. And there's only 2 of us extras in here today.
Huh?
There's only 2 extras in here right now.
Right now, yeah. There was
Yeah,
a lot
so-
more before.
We're
Do
discussing
you want to jump
things that I
to
have
next
opinions
generation outback?
Oh, okay.
on, better or worse. We still have opinions.
Oh, we got out of the Outback folder. So this one. Ooh. Oops. Keep going the wrong.
So this is Nathan's or Sharissa's.
Technically, Charissa's. Ta-da! This is our family car. This is what we
Just
replaced the
look
B4
through
with.
there, you'll find the photos of the thing. So yeah, Outback. This is the
Gen
Gen
3.
3, Gen 4 model.
Gen 3 Outback, Gen 4 Liberty Legacy chassis.
So again, everything pretty much swaps over. There's just basic differences like suspension's different because of length, spaces, kind of like the forested base. Like the fact that
That was pretty much all the Outbacks. All the
Yeah.
Outbacks get raised suspension and body lift spaces between your subframes and the chassis.
you know what I stuffed up, what I should have done.
And the flares.
Got a photo of stick mounts. So we could compare the
D-lift.
two. Yeah. Like the fact it's a D-lift and everything.
We don't have
But
that.
not in the thing, I don't believe. But yeah, so the Gen 4s, Gen 3s
Wait, you keep talking. Let me
again
see.
came out with the... Did they come with the 2 litres or they were just 2.5s in Australia?
Which ones?
The Gen 3s.
There was a 3 liter.
No.
What?
2 or 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, so they only came out with the 2.5s.
But there was
and
a H6 model.
yeah, the 2.5s and the H6 model, which again is pretty much the same as the Liberty. The only difference with the Liberty was the 2 and 2.5s. But did they have the post and pre?
Yes.
So even the Outbacks had the post and pre facelift,
Yep.
which
Hurting
hurts.
the head in.
It's terrible.
That's all we had photos of the Outbacks, wasn't it?
Of what, your 2?
No, I mean of generations of Outbacks, or did you go later than that as well?
I don't know if I went for the Gen 4s. I don't believe. Gen 3s. I don't believe so.
No, I mean, was there a Gen 4 Outback?
Oh yeah,
there.
so next we got the Gen 4 Outback, which is when again we start losing our knowledge.
Yeah, and definitely don't like the look of that.
Oh,
That is a lot bigger though.
I don't mind the look of that Outback because that's what they're designed for. If that makes sense, they're designed to be a bigger car. They're not designed to be small.
Yeah, it's an
So-
estate. It's designed to throw dogs in and drive around an estate, basically.
Ah, Tyler likes a Baja too.
Really?
That's 3.
Wow.
The votes are going up. We're winning.
Sure.
But yeah,
I
so
would put a poll up for that actually.
I think, and then when we jump to the next model, because that was the one that started coming out with the turbo diesels, eh?
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was that model or
This
the no.
Or
There's
this one?
that one.
Whoa.
One of these two, I can't remember. Was supposed to have more ground clearance on the diff
Is that based off the Gen 6?
Yes.
Talking by the front grille?
Yeah. So one of these two were meant to have more ground clearance than the modern Pajeros for the
Really?
rear diff.
It just doesn't look.
Like,
Which
which
you wouldn't take that where you take a Pajero.
why not?
Oh,
Could.
That's the thing. Like, it's all-wheel drive. It's got roughly the same kind of motor.
Pajero's
I'm not sure.
full-time... convertible four-wheel drive though, isn't it? So, like you said, diff locks, wheel
Yeah,
locks.
but convertible means.
Jero, I'm pretty sure.
But the
has
thing
a
is, you
higher
still.
ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The diesel ones might. Because that's another thing. Like, the early
Again,
Outbacks
we're
used to
past
have.
1999.
Yeah.
Pushing my knowledge here.
The early model Outbacks had the high-low range,
Yeah.
which I don't believe came out in the Gen 3s.
Said it was an option
Yeah.
for the 90s GF.
Yeah, GCs and GFs had them.
Yeah.
Or GFs. Yeah.
GFs had them.
But,
Which was hilarious because they had a tiny little NA petrol engine in it.
yeah, where they couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, 1.6 or a 1.8 litre with a high
But
ratio.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but I did have a customer come down with it when it was new, and I laid down and looked underneath, and there was a lot of clearance.
It was pretty cool. It's got good ground
Yeah.
clearance. I
Well,
still
that,
think
that's
it
why I
looks
don't
disgusting.
mind them. Well, like I said, like
Oh no, the Gen 6
The
one
Liberties?
doesn't look too bad.
I just don't like that.
yeah. Well, one of the things Nathan skipped over, there was in the Liberties.
Can you go back?
Yeah, we'll go back to the Liberties because one of the things that hurts me is the Exige.
Oh, the Exige.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce it. This is what ruined Gen 5s for me. Like, how did they think that?
Well,
If
you're
you
not
wanted a Tarago, I guess?
You're not a soccer mum, so
I
Yeah,
drive a
you're
grandma
not the
car, dude. I
target
got a
market.
Liberty,
yeah, but
man.
you're not a soccer mum.
You got the luxury end, though.
Yeah.
you went
What
high
was
I'm
it?
not a soccer mum.
Well, dropping mum off the other day to work, she freaked out when she got into my car because my older sister has one of the brand new Civics.
Yeah.
Drops down the sun visor. You got the mirror, but no light. In a brand new Civic. Mum gets in my car, drops down my sun visor, opens up the mirror.
The lights
Yours
up.
has a light. And I'm like, yeah, so does mine. She's like, Zara's doesn't. I'm like, well, you got to realise in 2005 when this came out,
Yeah.
this was the top of the range for this
I was
model.
about to
Yep.
say,
I'm like, it had everything. It had all the bells and whistles.
look at the
Yeah.
90s, 2000 eras for a lot of like the Japanese
Yeah.
luxury cars. They had so much stuff going on that was crazy, like heated seats,
I have
electric
that.
everything.
I only
drink
have that after
coolers, drink
Mexican.
coolers. That's one of the Stags. I had an optional extra for it is like a full cooler thing in your boot, so you can put your groceries in it and keep your groceries cold.
Nice.
But yeah,
It's like-
so
They went crazy with stuff, and they seem to have dropped back a bit with some of it these days. Which
yeah,
is sad.
so that model Gen 5 is just nasty. But let's fix this and show them another pretty Gen 5 rear end. Because I think there was another pretty one I liked.
That one?
No, that's nasty. Actually, whilst we're here, we'll throw up. We'll talk about one of our customers' cars because he sent us a photo because he didn't like the one I had picked out of his
That one?
Phillips. Yeah. So this is a Gen 2 RS.
Oh.
No,
Gen 1.
Gen 1 Series
Series
2 RS, which is a very nice car. This is
Is it the one with the GTR one?
Wait, why are we going back to that? Is this just a tangent?
it is a bit of a tangent.
It's pretty.
But I think
What's
we were
cleansing
done
the
with the
palate?
Outbacks.
Yeah. That's. Oh wait, no,
So-
we had one more. You had the 2020.
Yes, I did get a photo of the 2020 as well.
I think at that point, you probably might as well get a Wolves.
Outback.
I don't hate the LaForge.
I don't either. But
Only because the STI one kind
like
of
that.
gets
Look
the-
at that for a 2020. That's
That looks
clean.
really long.
That does look very long, but it is pretty.
I really
But
like
it's,
that.
It does look.
Like,
the
I think-
wheelbase on it looks huge, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a genuine photo because I just saw something that doesn't.
Is it? I was
Feel
about
right.
to say.
Like, there
it doesn't
are-
look right though. Like the background and that to it, it doesn't look like actual promotional thing. It looks like
My
something
issue is
someone
look at the
made.
wheel arch at the rear.
Yeah, it looks like something.
How
someone
far
made.
forward it's sitting.
Mm.
It doesn't.
I'm
Look,
picking on a photo that I found.
It looks
It
too
looks
smooth.
almost Photoshop.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
it doesn't look like something that Subaru's released as a promotional thing.
No, it's not clean enough for that.
Yeah,
I can see dirt or sand or whatever it is
Yeah.
on the tire treads.
Because it
which
looks like
makes it look kind of like someone's photoshopped a chassis over the top of
Yeah.
something else.
Because it looks like they're going.
Yeah, see, that looks like a promotional shot from
Yeah,
Subaru.
but that's still the same car.
Yeah, but it looks like a promotional shot from
Yes, it
Subaru.
is.
That's what I mean. That's it.
That
no,
looks
it
like
is.
a promotional
Yeah,
shot.
so that's the same shot there. That's just a different angle. So
This
yeah.
is less touched up. Retouched.
So it is. That's
Okay.
what it is.
Huh.
Which
That rear shot's pretty good.
I really do like.
Throw that up on
Yeah.
Straight.
Look up 2020.
because that rear shot's
Outback.
gorgeous.
Like it's a huge step. Like look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah, find that rear shot. 'Cause that is
It looks like
pretty.
they're going more into crossovers, like around the XT range, something like that.
Did you just mention XV?
XT.
Okay, I can deal
Ooh,
with
the
XT.
interior's nice too.
We don't mention XV ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
The interior on it's pretty.
Why?
Because they're terrible.
I already mentioned it in the previous one.
Extra terrible.
Dude, that is
Probably one of
actually
these.
really nice.
You want one now, don't you?
Dude, look at the ground clearance on
You
that.
can go
That's
places.
so a yes.
Like, could you imagine just lifting that up just a little bit
Bring up
more?
the interior shot.
If you want to go
to
to Philip, you could probably lift the weight.
Wow.
because have you seen the interior shot?
No, I kind of got distracted. This is... Wow.
That's what I mean. Like that's.
This is
pretty.
definitely a car I would buy.
I don't hate that. That is pretty.
My only drive is the fact that it's like leather, and I don't know how that's going to hold up if you go proper four-wheel driving.
It probably would.
I was about to say.
I just love how it's not going to.
like most cars,
This
you
video
take
is
it proper
definitely not
off-roading.
sponsored by Car Advice. They just got this photo of King there.
Yes,
Yeah,
like this is just something we've found, and
the watermarks are there for a reason.
yeah,
Yeah, I have no
But look
problem
how
with
pretty
saying
that
where it
interior
came
is.
from
yeah.
and showing their watermark because they are some very nice photos.
Like,
And they are
that
a
is
very nice car.
gorgeous
That's
looking
very
interior.
nice.
Mm.
Like, I don't know about you, but like the exterior, the front, like it's ticked all the boxes for me.
I mean,
Actually, no, I just noticed a really
But
big
does it have
gripe.
a turbo?
No, there's a huge gripe.
How much are they?
Look at the head unit. I can't deal with it. It's a big old tablet.
well, yeah,
That's like a Tesla.
it's because it's the current thing that cars are doing.
Unacceptable.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's they're probably stupidly expensive.
Oh yeah.
You know what Subarus are like.
Wait,
Also-
let's find out.
These photos are probably of the maximum optioned out to
Yeah.
L1. So, all the European models, they like doing that for
The
some
big thing
reason.
though is when you're buying a car in Australia, a new car in Australia, you pretty much walk in the showroom. It's like, alright, want that.
Here's my
Whereas
query.
you go to the States,
Here's my serious query. Why is there such big import taxes still on cars for Australia? Because the reason they had the import taxes originally was to protect local manufacturing.
Because
we
there's-
don't make cars anymore.
Because they're still making money off it.
But we don't make cars anymore.
It doesn't matter. They're still
I
making
know,
money off
But
it.
then they need to stop telling me it's to protect local manufacturing.
And then the
Are
next
they
thing would be
saying
the
that?
importing too.
That's what I mean.
Because
the
like
whole
you look
reason behind it
at
is
you
to
look at New
protect
Zealand.
They're still trying to protect the used car market for the locally manufactured cars. Don't ask me why.
No, your Commodores
Let me
aren't
try
worth $1
import
million.
things.
well, I mean, if they opened up importing for most cars, even if they were available here new, a lot of people could, or a lot of shops could import vehicles and sell them and make a very large, well, a sizable amount of money.
Yeah, but then they're worried about all the existing used car dealers here.
That's true, yes.
All right, let's find out.
I'm
in
going
Australia,
50 grand
How much?
base.
You reckon?
50 grand base.
I reckon 70.
I reckon 63.
Oh wow!
No, they're not that bad.
That's
The
really-
cheapest one
Oh,
starts from $42,241.
That won't have leather.
Yeah, but the
No.
premium would. But
Yeah.
you'd add.
Let's go to the maximum premium.
Oh, there's more. I didn't realize there was more. So the diesel. So premium. Oh
No, 3.6.
yeah,
H6
H6.
3.6 litre
Get it.
Outback all-wheel drive, $55,791.
Does it have leather interior?
I would be very shocked if it didn't.
View full specs and features.
Scroll down, it's already there. That looks a lot like a Post Forces.
Stereo. What?
This setup.
Post Forces probably copied this. Interior trims.
Is it leather? Seat
Seat trim
cloth.
leather accented
Oh,
there.
yeah, but you need to go up because that's the
One of them
three
is
that are
low.
up top. Yeah, but that's because it's not
2.5.
the base.
So we need to go the 3.6R.
So in the middle. Yeah, leather.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Oof.
Cool.
Very
That's not bad for
expensive.
that is
But like
cheaper.
I said, so that's about 50
yeah,
grand.
but that is cheaper than the Lavore.
Yeah. But, and the thing is, this is more
Okay.
functional than the Lavore.
Would you guys rather have a Lavorg then or an Outback?
I still like the STI Lavore.
Well, the thing is, it depends what you
I'm
want.
pretty sure the STI Lavore starts at about 70.
Stuff, really?
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So
Wow.
But
for
there's-
an extra 20 grand,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
No.
The
Compared
only
to that.
No.
my issue is which would I prefer to do? Thank you. Depending with
We're being
like,
told to shut up and get off.
I like going camping. Like,
That's how I read it.
there's a photo of my car, like full of camp gear, like scraping the ground because I like going camping that
Here
much.
we go, Lavorg. Alright.
Go to
Go
the
to the
STI
STI
is at 40 camping.
The STI. No, it starts at
60.
$58,731.
So it's about the same price.
Maybe it's come down because of
But,
coronavirus.
like I said, the
Maybe.
main reason I'd probably go for the Outback over the Lavorg,
It's because you like going off road.
Well, that's the thing,
The
like-
Outback can actually go off road.
it can go off road and it's still going to go
I
pretty
would
good with
not
the 3.6.
I would not have any of them anymore.
Why not?
Because they're all CVT, aren't they?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I
I'm
know,
not
I know the Lavorg definitely is. I
I'm
hope
not
the
paying 40 plus grand to not have the choice of manual.
Go to the STI one, see if there's a manual.
No,
There
it's
isn't.
not. The Lavorg's only CVT. Yeah,
Don't tell me that.
didn't you know?
We
that?
just told you that. We're not listening.
You don't need to tell me that. You got to go across again. This life hates you.
Transmission. CVT.
So does the Outback come with the manual?
Yeah, is the
Wow.
Outback manual or CVT?
Good question.
Yeah, so if the Outback's manual, it wins because it'd have the 6-speed.
But what if it's CVT?
Oh,
Or would it though?
wait, is that? No, because the issue is you got to remember the Liberties in the Gen 5s. That's another thing I'd like to bring up. The Gen 5 Liberties had the 6-speed, but wasn't it the 5+6?
5+1.
5+1, yeah. So they had a 5-speed gearbox and they added the 6.
Yes.
It's not like the Gen 4s where it's not an STI box. Everyone who says it's an STI box
Is wrong.
needs to be slapped. Because the STIs have the LSDs, the Liberties don't. I don't believe any of the Liberties have an LSD in them, do
Didn't they come
they?
with a rear LSD?
They might have a rear LSD, but that's not what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. I'm
but
talking
they
about the
have the
gearbox.
front. Yeah.
They don't have the front LSD or the center LSD, which the STI boxes have. So if you call a H6 box or a Liberty 6-speed an STI and say it's the exact same,
Getting a firm
it's not.
backhand.
Like it is, but it isn't. It's as strong as them, but it's not
actually showing up.
the same.
Yeah, Philip would like to get a Baja as well.
You'd like Baja? There you go, that's 4. You sure you don't want one?
No.
They're pretty cool. Could you imagine like decking the boot?
I don't think this is actually showing up properly.
I don't have my.
Well, I
Can-
mean, it's just the last
Can
bit.
can you tell me if the web browser is showing up on the live
Yes, it's
stream?
showing up on there, but there is also a large piece of white.
What the heck is going on with that?
There you go.
Move the. Where's the location of? Oh, that's
There you
trippy. That's destroyed.
There's no filter on that.
I still got a delay because stream runs here.
Yeah.
No, that should move the whole fucking thing. What the
Okay,
hell?
that's not working. I tried. Okay.
Christian Minecraft
We'll
server,
just have
please.
to. What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So
Okay.
apparently,
So the 3.6 I'm pretty sure this is only going to be a CVT as well.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to go across again.
Again?
Josh says
CVT.
looks better on it.
Does anything Subaru come with a manual anymore?
There you go. It's a
Let's
CVT
go
as
base
well.
model Impreza.
Why would you do
But the
such?
question is,
Wow, that looks so golfy.
STI
That does,
might.
yeah.
STI might still.
I
have
hope
option.
it does.
Nah.
No. The STI,
STI.
though. Not the Impreza, the STI. Remember, they're a separate
Yeah.
entity now.
You know what really used to annoy me when I was a mechanic?
Do you mean a mechanic?
A mechanic? You know the Mazda 6?
I've heard of the Mazda 6.
Like it's a Mazda 6.6. Or Mazda 3.3.
Yeah, but it's also a Mazda 626.
Yeah, no. What I mean, like when you look up the books. It's a Mazda 3.
Slide it across. See if there's one without the CVT.
It's both. You could pick for
Ah,
those.
good.
6-speed manual transmission, all linear CVT. Like there's a row for both. But CVT does not come in the STI. Thank goodness for that.
Oh, that's that. Surely they would keep the manual.
I have a weird
Something
feeling
like
we're
that.
not going to get to Foresters tonight.
No, I'm not planning to anymore.
That's a shame. I love Fozzers.
Everyone loves Fozzers.
Well,
John-
I love Fozzers.
John still really
90s.
wants me to buy my Foz back or have my Forester back.
It would be nice if you did.
I agree. It'd be awesome.
Fozzers are really. It's a good compromise car.
Yeah, but I got the good
Because
compromise car out
The
there.
reason I
Apart
love,
from blowing
the reason I love
Senate
Fozzers is you pull the engine out of it and you
I
put
think
an
the-
STI engine in it, and now you've got something that goes like.
It looks
showers.
like
Don't.
the WRX and STI is the only thing you can get manual
please
in.
don't bring up that thing.
I just want to see if it has a manual.
I know too many people who own these, and they should not
Nope,
exist.
CVT. What about the BRZ?
But
That
it
surely
does not-
has to
BRZ has a
come in
manual.
Yeah, BRZ has a manual 5-speed.
But I just-
6-speed actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 6-speed
Yeah,
manual.
but I'm
Because
just
it's not a
phasing them
Subaru
out.
gearbox. It's a
Yeah,
Toyota
6-speed manual,
gearbox.
but you can get them in CVT as well.
But the
Okay.
XV hurts me because it's a lifted Impreza.
but the XE
With-
Black.
But you already have the Outback.
We're so off tangent here.
Okay,
Off
so
topic.
where are we
But
at?
you see, the
I
Outback
think
can
that's it.
actually go off
Like-
road.
Okay, yeah, I
We've
think
covered Liberties and Outbacks, which are pretty much the same chassis anyway.
yeah.
The Outback can go off road.
And like, we've been going for like an hour and a half, so you know. It's an hour and a half, it's longer than an hour
Welcome
and
to
a half.
our vlog.
Yeah.
Welcome to the life of 3P.
So next time we'll cover Foresters
I don't know
because
if you replied to my comment or not,
Which one?
where I said your front end of your car would look better on the.
Oh, you're talking about my front end.
Yeah, your live
Oh.
front end on the Baja.
Nah.
Alright.
Wait, isn't there a Gen 4 Baja? Gen
I
3
mean, my
Baja?
issue is you're still putting things on Baja.
Yes.
Oh, wait, on the Baja.
Look, I don't care either way. Just on a Brumby U, it would
See.
look heaps better.
Grumpy. Good. Like Grumpy. Baja. No.
Look,
No, well, we're
anyway.
in a 4v1 in favour of Baja currently. Owning
Two. Seto wouldn't own a Baja either.
No, I would not own a Baja.
I'd put it on a Baja and just go mad with it.
I'll put everything on a Baja.
I'd just send it.
Off a cliff.
I could have
Where it
sworn I
belongs.
saw the
Anywhere.
Gen 4, so the BP chassis Baja before.
I can't.
Maybe
the
not.
Baja. It's just ugly.
Yeah, okay.
And wrong.
No, there's not a Gen 4 Baja.
Alright,
For a reason.
There's just a Baja.
Yeah.
okay.
You know what the reason is? It's beauty.
It was a failed experiment.
Yep, pretty much. Anyway, look, alright, we're done. That's it. Hour and a half's enough. We're going to shut up and get lost now. So,
What do you mean? I live here.
Yeah, you do now.
Hey, Jakeb, you're going to reply to me? Or
As
just
long as it's raining, I live.
You can't go anywhere. Anyway, right. So next week we'll go through Foresters because that's about all we've got left now. I think. Actually, we do have a few other random models that we'll go through.
Yeah, so
What are you
next
doing?
I might
next
bring my
week
old man next week.
next week we'll
Okay,
go through Foresters and some rare, not very known
Models.
Subarus and models.
Yeah.
Like we won't
Yeah,
delve into
random
too much
stuff.
of those, but just because it's one of those fun subjects, we will probably have a bit more heckling going on when we go through those.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Because-
rare ones are so much fun.
Because there's some cool things coming.
There is also some incredibly disgusting things.
They're
out
beautiful. If you're
We
talking
know.
smack on the Vortex, don't talk smack on the Vortex. You know something? Google doesn't.
Wait for next
You
week.
know Google doesn't always listen because when you type in vortex on Google, it shows you vortexes. If you want to look at a Subaru vortex, you actually got to type Subaru.
There's a reason
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
funny. No one wants to look at it.
Because I'm just like, come on, Google, you're listening to me. Let's look up vortex.
Yeah.
And it didn't listen to me. It showed me actual vortexes, and I'm like, dude, this is cool. If I was stoned or high, or if I did drugs,
Whoa.
it'd be cool.
Mate, no drug talk on here.
Who does drugs?
No one.
Who
No
knows?
one here.
You're
He
on,
said if
I
he does.
guarantee you're on
Can we
painkillers.
Stop bringing these things up on my
Just
Christian
Panadol.
Minecraft server.
Really?
That's a drug.
Yeah, it's a drug.
Anyway,
I'm
look,
high on
okay,
life.
done.
Okay, good night, guys.
Caffeine.
You can join us next week. We will have replays on podcasts for the audio, so Anchor and whatever platforms that publishes. I don't know if we're on Apple Podcasts yet. I've got to check that. But anyway.
That's fine. No one likes Apple.
You don't like Apple.
Do you like Apple? You've asked a very bad question. Do you like Apple?
No.
Do you like Apple? He's gonna say
I'll go-
yes
I'll go-
just to
Just
spite
to tick
me.
you off.
I'm just
well, that's
thinking
the
that
thing.
Apple is
Good old-
basically the
Is
Baja
that,
of phones.
I'll go a good old Apple.
I'll go by what I said
With
before.
some ice
The
cream,
reason why
maybe a
Apple
bit of
don't make
custard.
cars is because it wouldn't have any windows.
Green apples are nice. We wouldn't get green eggs and
I
ham.
want to know how many kids you have. Anyway, yeah, and in case you missed the news, there are no more pizza nights, land nights, and barbecue nights. We're just doing this, and you can all grab food and come down and
Yeah,
join us.
just come down and hang out. Heckle. Not as much as at the start of the video because that was ridiculous.
Hi.
Yeah, we
Hi.
might have to have a pre-show heckle.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's something that we're thinking about. Like, just
I mean, you're going to get a post-show heckle.
we did record a little bit before we went live, just
Yeah, we'll cut
because
some of that as well.
it's a bit not as PG as the stream. So
Oh, Tal said he likes the
You look
Baja.
at me,
I know, I said that
but
ages
Look at
ago.
me, you look directly at the camera.
Yeah,
so that's
like-
correct.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand here.
There
all
will
the time.
be less Christian Minecraft server
Yeah.
in the.
But anyway, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. We will
Yeah,
see you all
the
next
ball,
week.
mate.
Yeah,
1v1.
or you can come see us
Realties.
anytime if you want to watch the replays on YouTube or here on Facebook.
And
That's it.
emphasis, let us know when you're coming because someone showed up a bit early and I was still in bed today.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
don't
okay.
forget-
I ordered pizza to your doorstep where
Yeah.
I was stuck because someone couldn't open a door.
It's fine. It wasn't raining or anything. So,
All right, cool.
That's
On that
fine.
note, we're out.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.